elements of earth, fire, air, water, and its relationship to our thoughts. This topic is not going to disappoint you if you start to realize how important the 4 elements of the earth shape your physical reality. Don't miss this powerful and illuminating information that is going to change how you see your world and your connection to nature. Let's jump right into it now. We might have heard and knew that there are 4 natural elements which are the very foundation and fundamental building blocks of our physical reality. We do not see them in the physical representation of our direct perceptive knowledge. However, we do experience them as the driving force behind the physical manifestation of our reality. The elements are widely known as the earth, fire, air, and water. Now, how does it relate to our thoughts? Earth element is the physical foundation of our carbon-based structure of anything that we see, touch, or feel. It is the very basic physical manifestation of our 3-dimensional reality, giving us the sensory output of our material world. This is the outer order of the objective physical substance. Physical manifestations are a direct correlation to the earth element. These are all the outer and outward expressions of reality. On the inner side of the matter, it is constituted by our neurotransmitters, enzymes, and other chemicals which initiates the firing of electrical signals that forms the thought process. The fire element in this interplay of our cognitive activities is evident in the firing of neurons. This firing process is happening within our inner microcosm of the physical body. It is the reason why we eat as human beings, since the food which we eat breaks down to power the enzymes and other chemical reactions within our body. All these are happening within us in cognizance to many of us, amounting up to a staggering figure of 75,000 enzymatic functions. It came as a given for all of us, but despite that, the knowledge of how much firing that is happening on this level will make us humble and have gratitude for our existence. Water element will be in connection with our emotion. It is the vast energy form which can potentiate and influence the earth element into physical manifestation. To explain this further, let's look at how water can cause massive impacts, like how a tsunami can be formed through the large and sudden displacement of the ocean body. The massive power and onslaught of the ocean body is destructive because of its immense collective power. In the same manner how our negative emotions can manifest and initiate a turbulence and damage in our reaction if not kept in check. The massive energy that our emotion can manifest is directly related to whether we do something about it or we allow this energy to repeatedly form and cause a neural pathway to be reinforced in a negative course of action. Only when we do the introspective critical self-reflection process by questioning ourselves and inquire into our own behaviors can we start to create a new positive possible outcome. It is synonymous with how we mitigate the impact of any tsunami by building breakwaters or water gates in order to lower down the shock wave and in turn reducing the impact. The avoidance of doing this self-reflection or perhaps a self-denial of what we need to look into ourselves for will create endless struggles and challenges. The process of self-inquiry is necessary since we are initiating our neocortex function, which is the executive control of our cognitive system, to override the programming of our karmic emotional impulses. The answer will be to question our own non-reasonable actions. This act itself is helping ourselves slow down instead of always reacting so recklessly, be it in words or action. It's like building speed bumpers on the surface of the road in order to deliberately make the car slow down. Next, we have come to the air element, and as we already knew, it is the very component and constitution of oxygen. Without oxygen, there is no life. Adequate flow of oxygen within our body is not just vital for our existence, but what many do not know is it is also crucial and important for our consciousness. Why is it important for our consciousness? It is for this reason that oxygen facilitates clear thinking, without which it will create confusion and muddy thoughts, and eventually our own evolution inertia. It is also the reason why in spiritual practice, the emphasis for meditation is so important. Whilst we may know the benefits of meditation on the surface level, the real reason behind it is actually the breath work during which we do the meditation. It is this breath work that facilitates the intake of oxygen, which is the building block of our consciousness. The air element is also responsible for the purifying of our surroundings. Air as an element that exists everywhere also play a key role in the existence of the unity consciousness. Therefore, having to know all this, we now know that the intricacies of how these elemental energies play a part in our mental and physical domain. This will help us understand the way elementals are playing out in our lives and the explanation of how our thought process works, leading to physical manifestations. This will give us a clear picture of how intimately we are connected to nature and creation. Esoteric information will be directly explainable through exoteric materialization. Divine truth exists in how nature works and also how we as humans work too. We do not need to try to believe what we are being told. We just need to look at our own existence and understand how these elemental energies are intermingled in our lives, and you will start to know the truth. By this, we can appreciate our existence, have gratitude for who we are, and know that we are part of the macrocosm of how the universe works. We play a small part in our own individuated existence as a microcosm, but effecting big changes into the macrocosm on a collective level for humanity. This is vitally crucial what we do as an individual, because we will eventually cause changes on a large scale collectively. If we are vigilant in how we think, we will increase in unity consciousness, impacting not just for ourselves but our universe. So, let's begin to be more responsible in our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Start doing self-reflection daily. Do corrective intention to refine our emotions and sequentially create a positive outcome into the fabric of our reality.